What's up, gang? It's your trainer, Joe Stones, and we're back in the gym with you today. Today, we're gonna do some mobility of your quads. If you're someone who works out a lot, if you have long periods of time where you're seated at a desk, or you're even feeling knee pain when you're exercising, a lot of times it's not an injury. It's because we have lack of circulation into the front of our legs, our quads. When you got tight quads, do you ever do something like this? Or perhaps this? We want to ditch that static stretching. It alleviates tension for a short period of time, but in the long term, it doesn't work. We want to fix this in the long term. We need to add a little bit of movement and mobility to increase circulation and increase range of motion and start alleviating a little bit of extra tightness and soreness that you have in those quads that are causing that hip and back pain and that knee pain. Let's get after it. All right, gang, we're gonna bring it to the floor, and all you're gonna need is a foam roller like I have here, or a lacrosse ball, or a couple lacrosse balls wrapped into a peanut like I have here. We wanna add mobility to those quads, and usually when we have the roller, a lot of times we'll lay on the roller with our quad and we'll roll back and forth, and this is okay. It's not too bad, and it could be relieving in the short term, but it's not gonna help you increase the range of motion that you're lacking into those quads, which is the reason why you're having that knee pain and the tight hip flexors and everything. So remember, when it comes to mobility, we have to run through the range of motion. So we are gonna still lie onto the quad. You wanna start with it pretty high where the hip meets the quad. And from here, instead of rolling, we're gonna add range of motion by running through the range of motion for your leg. So just like doing a leg extension, you're gonna bend the knee, squeeze through the back of your leg and hold it for a second or two, and then you're gonna put your toe down and you're gonna extend the leg fully and just go back and forth. Nice and easy, spending a minute here. So set your timer, take your time, you should feel some tight spots, and after a minute, you're gonna move the roller down to about midway onto your quad, halfway through the leg, and the same rules are gonna apply. You're gonna go ahead and extend that leg, bend the leg, extend the leg, and back and forth. And if you start feeling some sore spots or tight spots, remember, we wanna chase that feeling. We wanna still go toward that tight spot. After that minute's over, you're gonna bring it down one more time right above the kneecap, right at the lower part of your quads. And the same rules apply again. If you wanna create a bit of an angle and come to the side, that's not a bad idea either. You can. Remember, you wanna chase those tight spots. You can get to the inner part of your quad here as well, and extend the leg and run through the range of motion. 3 times on the one quad for a minute apiece, and then again, as always, symmetry, we have to switch and do the other side. If you're using the lacrosse ball, it'll look like this, the same type of idea. Start it with it high on your hip. This is a little bit more intense using the lacrosse ball, but if you're able to handle it, no problem, same idea. Just extend through the range of motion, find some of those tight spots, bend the knee and extend. Spend a minute on the upper part, a minute in the middle part, a minute on the lower part of your quad. It's gonna help you increase that circulation into your quads, so it should help you alleviate some of that knee pain and some of those tight hip flexors that you have. Get after it.